Good morning, everybody. This is our last boil of the season. We took and we collected the last of our sap yesterday, and we pulled all the taps from the trees. We're supposed to get some pretty warm weather next week. It's going to be in the 70s. Doesn't look like we're going to have a lot of freezing temperatures next week, so we probably could have pushed it one more week, but it's the first time we tapped these trees on our new property, so we thought we would make this our last boil. We collected a little over 10 gallons of sap yesterday. We're going to boil it in the Barrel Stove Evaporator that we built, and we did make our final modification for the season, which was suggested by several viewers, and that was to put this steel plate up on top to force the exhaust gases to come forward and over the top, underneath the pans, and up through the chimney stack. This way, hopefully making the stove more efficient. We're going to see how that works. I had to make the plate in two pieces because I could not get a single piece in there, but by having those plates as two separate plates, it'll give me a lot of versatility for the way I can set this up. So I can do a lot of customization to see exactly what works best. We've already got our fire bricks installed and our grates installed. I'm going to add my pans now, and hopefully we can get this venting correctly. Seems to be working. I can see it starting to vent out the top. So we've started our last boil of the season. Yesterday we collected the rest of our sap from our property and we removed all the taps from the trees. It's supposed to be fairly warm next week, so we didn't want to push it. We probably could have got one more week out of it, but we wanted to play it safe and give those trees a rest. I'm going to slowly start pushing that fire towards the back as it gets established, but for right now I wanted to make sure it could vent out that front. It is venting. I can see smoke coming out the chimney stack. I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit more efficient. We're going to see. This was a great idea that several viewers had posted to us, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much. I think it might work very well, but yeah, we're going to get this fire established, get it moved farther towards the back so that heat has that whole stove to move through. You have it lined with fire bricks, so it'll retain a lot of that heat, and I think it'll make it very efficient. I'm still finding that I need to have that door cracked open. If I close it, the fire's actually almost going out. And I think that's because of the draw towards the forward for all those exhaust gases to go out. It's actually making it difficult for the fire to get air. It's been 15 minutes now, and the front pan is boiling, the exact opposite that we had last time. So this is a good sign because I think that rear pan will start boiling soon. Okay, so it's only been about 20 minutes. The rear pan has just started boiling. One of the things I found out is I had the flue almost shut all the way off. I forgot to turn that on. The fire is burning obviously a lot better now. There's a lot better airflow going through the stove. I've actually got the door almost closed. So it's gotten a little bit more efficient, and Yeah, we've got both pans just starting to boil at about 20 minutes, which is faster than last week, so I'm encouraged by this design. I definitely feel like it's boiling more evenly than last week when we didn't have those plates up top. We're not breaking any records at this point, but I'm very, very happy with the way it's working. It's a nice even boil. Front still boils a little bit harder than the back, but you get this nice consistent boil in the entire pan, so it is working very, very well. We've got some other projects that we're going to be getting to this weekend too. We've got to plant our high tunnel this weekend. I think I'm going to clean out our water tanks, start collecting water. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, so we'll take advantage of that water. I don't think we're getting any more really hard freezes, so I'm not too worried about the water in the tanks. I don't think that'll freeze. Yeah, it's been kind of a dreary day. I mean, it's just been one of these damp, misty days, so not the best day to be outside boiling down maple sap, but you got to do it when you got to do it. So we're going to get it done today, and hopefully I'm expecting maybe just a little bit less than 2 quarts, maybe a pint and a half or so of syrup. So let's see what we end up with. So interestingly enough, I've found that if I push that fire all the way to the back, I am now able to close that front door, and the fire stays going very nicely. So we've got the final sap in there. It's just about 4 hours since we started the fire. I could probably cut that time down a little bit. I've been tweaking and fooling around with different things, experimenting to see what works best. But we're going to just get this boiled down to a little bit lower level. We'll dump the back pan into the front pan this time because that one is the hotter pan. We'll get that down to where we're comfortable, and then we'll bring it in the house and finish it. But so far, so good. I think one of the things that we could probably do to increase the efficiency is I've been dumping the sap in there a little at a time. Every time I do that, it kind of stops the boil for a bit. So we're gonna have to work on some type of preheater for the sap, maybe a coil around the chimney stack and let it feed through there, but that'll be a project for next year. It had started to warm up a little bit and clear up. Now the clouds came back, it got a little chilly, but about time for me to dump this front pan, or this back pan actually, into the front. It's getting a little low. So we're down to 1 pan now. It'll probably take maybe about another 15-20 minutes before we can bring it into the house. I don't actually think this modification was quicker than the way I was using the stove before. I do, however, think that the fire's been burning more efficiently. You can periodically see some flames in those exhaust gases underneath the pans, which to me says it's getting to burn a little bit longer. As far as the amount of wood, I'm not sure really where we fall. Definitely didn't use any more wood. It might be slightly less, but it's been working well. Okay, I think we're ready to filter this and bring it in the house. This is just a pre-filter, but this will get a lot of the niter out. It'll get anything that might have, any ash or anything that might have blown in here from the fire, although that should be minimal, but this makes a big difference in our final filtering. You can see how dirty that pre-filter is. You can see how dirty this filter is. So you can see by the color of the door that putting these plates up top like this and having the airflow come up this way and under the pans definitely made the front of this stove hotter. I think what we're going to actually do next year on our first boil is I'm going to lift this front plate up and I'm going to slide it towards the back to make that opening larger up front. That will give more direct heat to the front pan, but then those exhaust gases will go under the rear pan, and we'll play with that adjustment to get this fine-tuned. So that wraps up our last boil of the 2025 syruping season. We ended up with, I would say, about 36 ounces of maple syrup. Out of that, we had like maybe 10, 11, 12 gallons. So that was actually a very good amount for that amount of sap. So I'm very happy with that. The stove's working great. Still going to do some tweaks on it. Like I said, I think sliding that front plate back over the rear plate and opening that front opening up a little bit more, I think that'll be a little bit more efficient, and I do definitely think I need to put some vents in the back. So that'll be for another season. We'll do that for the 2026 maple syruping season. So hopefully you'll come back and join us for that one, but we'll have plenty of other content between now and then. We thank you for coming and spending some time with us today. If you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or suggestions, please put them in the comment. We certainly would appreciate it. And as always, here on Sunny Side Up Farm, until next time, we hope all your days are, even on this cloudy day, sunny side up.